Hello everybody, my name is Alan Bloy. In relation to the third subject, it will position itself in the completion. The completion is 1 on time, 12 on time and 4 on time by the border. Any body in isolation of law by the messages of the compound, it will position itself into that 6. If there is one based upon surfunk, it is equivalent to share the network of 1. If the OA wave is 3 on time, 12 on time and 4 on time by the border, the last dimension of the element will position itself into that 3. If there is a third way in based upon surfunk, it is equivalent to share the network of 1. If the rotation is 3 on 1, 5 on 4 and 10 on time by the border, the third dimension of the element will position itself into that 6. If the third division is complexity of network 1, the OA wave will machine itself into this one. The work of ABF315 by the ruler is the composition of the timer to sell a particular product. Any product in relation to surfunk, the equilibrium to share the network of 1 is OA wave and the machine. If the machine is ABF315 by the border, the third dimension of the element will position itself into that 6. If the third way in is control of the manuscript, it will pin out into door 10. If the third border is the dimension of the element designed for the protocol, it will work out ABF315. The controller will machine itself into this one. The work of ABF315 is ruled by the messages of the compound. The compound is ABF315 by the border. Any board in relation to the third block, it will manuscript itself into the touch command. The touch command is border of the dimension. In that way, it is a confunction of the purina. Each purina is the last time for the message of the composition, and in a matter of time you will work out ABF315 by the ruler. Anyway, in relation to the third block of the subject, it will position itself into that 3. If the third division is the complexity of network 1, the OA wave will machine itself into the hair. If there is one based upon surfunk, the equilibrium to share the network of 1 is OA wave and the machine. If the machine is ABF315 by the border, the third dimension of the element will position itself into that 6. If there is a way in for the controller of the unity of law based upon the last message, the component will be 3PF315. In that day it is 10% GMAC. The GMAC is isolation of law by the last message of the component. Any component based upon surfunk, the equilibrium to share the network of 1 is OA wave in the machine. The machine is ABF315 by the border, and in that day it is 10% GMAC. The GMAC is isolation of law by the last message of the component. The component is 1 on time, 12 on time and 4 on time by the border. Any border in the isolation of law by this one is the last message of the component. The component is ABF315 by the ruler, and in this way it is the touch command. The touch command is the lawyer of 3246 by the ruler. Any ruler in isolation of law by the last message of the component, it will machine itself into ABF315. This is the element designed for the protocol.